Voice and Vision.
I am the voice, Carl Andrews.
Oh my
She's
God.
took it and run!
Oh! I just kicked her.
What? Whoa!
Alongside One Vision, Dave the Eye Rules.
Winner! Oh my God, he's not! Oh my God!
Welcome to the premiere of the Voice and Vision podcast. Of course, I am the voice, Carl Andrews, and I'm, of course, joined here by
One Vision, Dave the Eye Rules.
a bit of
That's
delay
me.
there.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah. Well, you know, we're doing the podcast thing, Carl.
Hey, well, we got nothing else to do. Okay, we quite
Carl,
literally have nothing
Carl.
else to do.
Carl, I can't hear you. You're on mute. Hey, gotcha. Who would have thought that would be the thing in 2020, eh? You're on mute. Carl.
Oh, maybe you need to be
No.
on mute.
No. Well, it's good. It's good to talk. You know, it's
Well, we need
these tough times.
we need something else to do, don't we? At the moment.
Exactly. Keep us busy.
That's right. I mean, Unit 10 reached Unit 10 at the moment is on hold. So with that on hold at the moment, we don't really have too much else to do apart from, our daily lives.
Working and looking after kids, say, it's a full-time job in itself.
Homeschooling. Love it.
Wow.
You know what? I'm learning more
Headmaster.
now. I'm learning more now in homeschooling than I ever did when I was a kid.
Educational sponge, Carl. Soaking it all up.
Hey, this is what, 5 to 6s or 6 to 7?
Ah,
I don't know.
well, I'm on toddler time, so mine is just Bob the Builder, Fireman Sam. You know, a bit of nursery and a few tantrums here and there, but you know, we're kind of getting by. It's lots of trips to the park, lots of exercise.
Yeah, well, I think that's all you can do in these times, can't you, really?
Yeah, and what crazy times these are. I mean, here we are. You know, who knows? We might be even being listened to by 6 or maybe 7 people out there. Who knows?
You never know. There could be 6 or 7 people. I think you're counting a few extra there. But let's look back over last year. Let's look back over 2020. I mean, we had some good things that came out of last year.
I mean, yeah. It's always, you know, something to look forward to. If it's not just dinner time, it's been Unit 10. Unit 10's been fantastic.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
some of the
that's
stars that have come out of there, fantastic. You know, they're really putting the effort in and keeping us entertained. And we've had the privilege of kind of calling those matches. It's been great.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was going to say. I mean, not to to blow the own horn, but it is one of the I would say one of the highlights of 2020 that brought something decent. Not just Unit 10 either. I mean, they did a few other things as well. We did like Reach Beyond the Curtain. Plus, we're doing this whole 60 minutes with as well, which is like chatting down with the stars as well. So I mean, at least they were doing something out of so many wrestling companies out there. Some can't do anything. Like physically, they can't do nothing, but some could do something.
I mean, as you know, as our boss Jason says, it's performance, but it's content. You know, getting our product out there. You know, keeping it in people's minds and on their YouTubes, so they can click and download and subscribe and watch the content and stay involved, stay interested. That's the excitement I love of we're allowed a little bit closer now. We're having these extra interviews and these extra bits of information about our fantastic talent, and it's great. It's keeping us gripped.
Yeah, I agree. And like you said, it's keeping you gripped. It's keeping you entertained. It's just giving something. It's making you. But does it make you miss it more?
Well, yeah, the kind of the live atmosphere, nothing beats it. We are, we are a big family. The wrestling community is a big family, and I miss my brothers and sisters out there. I miss being at the shows. I miss the getting there early, the setting up of the ring, shaking hands with people, asking how people are, how their training's getting on, and and then you just see, you see the lights come on and people, step up and turn on those performances. It's just, it's really missed. I mean,
I don't miss setting up.
Yeah. All those wires, and the ties and the eye patches and the notes, you know what I mean? Because we do research, we do it, we go and ask some questions about about people's characters and about about what the story we're trying to tell, because we just add the extra bit of the exclamation mark, the question mark on the stories that the guys are telling. We just kind of add a little bit of enthusiasm and a little bit of that vibe that you kind of get from the live shows, because nothing beats it of the crowd interaction. But we just try and add a little bit of that to what we do, don't we, Carl?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, and that row that's in front of us, no matter where we are, that row that's normally in front of us, and normally like always looking behind us, like yeah, that was quite funny. That was a great line or whatever. But yeah, I do miss there being live. Don't miss the whole setting up so much. But it is what it is. Could this be the way forward for the next, year? Maybe.
Well. Yeah. Who can see into the future? I mean, my 2020 vision wasn't doing commentary at home with the cat, but it is what it is, and we're adapting. That's the great thing about technology we got now. We can adapt and we can overcome, and we can do something a little bit different. We can add that bit of flavor and that bit of spice to the action that the guys are able to perform.
I mean, there's still content out there. There's still wrestling going on out there. WWE are still putting on their content, and AEW they put on their content, and they're joining up with Impact Wrestling now as well, which makes wrestling at the moment really, really interesting at the moment. I mean, you've still got that, but a lot of us we love that independent style, don't we? We like that underground raw type of style of wrestling, don't we? So it'll be back.
And, some of the interesting venues that we get to go to, it's just it's like, it shouldn't really be wrestling here, but there is. We've
been in hotels to
jails,
posh hotels, to prison jails, to proper what would you call them? Not really
venues, arenas,
It's like very small arenas, aren't they? Really.
And one day we'll make it to the big 2,000 seaters. Eventually.
Plymouth Pavilion.
Yeah, that would be great. We were all the momentum was building towards that. Towards that big show, and cruelly it was taken away. But nothing, when you've got this kind of momentum, you've got this kind of enthusiasm, for reach, and the thing that's built that we've been a part of from the beginning. It's just, the machine is still running, and that's what we're kind of adding to. We're a little few cogs in that machine, and it's still running,
Yeah. I mean, and the content is coming back. So to the people that are listening, the Reach Wrestling channel is still going. There will be more content. There will be more Unit 10s in the future. So it's just a case of just biding the time, I suppose, isn't it, really? And just waiting until, we're allowed to mix again, even in small doses, because they can at least still put on the match. At least they can still put on matches. So, looking forward to doing some more of that in 2021, because we got a new Academy champ now as well, and
where
it's going.
I mean, he's really shone, isn't he? You know, from the very start, Jordan Sparks has kind of come out the blocks, you know, all fired, and you know, fair play to him. You know, hearing his podcast and his journey from where he started to, you know, to where he is now, he's put the effort in. You know, and that's what you got to do in the wrestling business. You got to put the effort in. You got to do the training. You know, like Hulkster said back in the day, take your vitamins, say your prayers, and do your training. You know, it's not just about turning up on the night and looking good. It's all that work that goes on behind the scenes, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah, of course. I mean, aside from that, you've been binge watching anything?
Well, I've been busy as well. I've got a family expansion on the way. So
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's
yeah.
true. Yes, you have.
Yeah,
Expanding.
I've got future heavyweight champion number 2 on the way. So so yeah, or maybe a tag team, because I've got little James as well. So you know, it's all building for a bigger family. I've managed to continue working through you know, through these lockdowns, because I work for the NHS, and you know, I'm kind of grateful for that, and grateful that you know, I've been able to maintain some normality. But you know, I've just been watching the odd bit of AEW, and you know, just little bits and pieces here and there. I've seriously contemplated subscribing for the WWE network, but I don't know. You know, it's just, you know, I prefer the AEW kind of stuff. You know, the stuff that they're putting out. It's a great mixture. You know, a great mixture of kind of talent. But no, not in particular. I've started reading a wrestling book, and you know, but just, you know, carrying on with life as normal, which is quite busy. You know.
Yeah, I mean that's what you got to do, isn't it? You just got to push on as normal, haven't you? Really. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been binge watching. Well, I watch everything. I watch everything with my boys, especially with my youngest Raymond. I can't watch anything without him anymore. So it's not like I can even sit here anymore and think, yeah, I'll sit down. Yeah, I'll watch AEW Dynamite. Oh, yeah, I'll watch Monday Night Raw. No, I can't do that anymore, can I? No, I'm not allowed to do that. I'm only allowed to watch it with him. Otherwise, yeah, I get in trouble.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, there's that.
Because yeah, we kind of watch it with different eyes, don't we, Carl? You know, we kind of, you know, look at each move and look at the story that's being told, and you know, not that we're not fans. We just, maybe because we're in the business, look at things a little bit differently, don't we? You know, look at the bigger picture.
I don't know. I mean, not last year, not so much. I mean, last year it's been a lot of fans. Like I felt like I've been falling back into being a fan again, and I'd say, you know, AEW has helped with that. You know, has brought me back as a fan again. Because before we started getting into all of this, it's all business, it's all politics. I wasn't really watching that much of it.
Yeah.
Just due to like everything else and just crazy stuff. But now I feel like I'm being dragged in a bit more as a fan, and I feel like I'm being sucked in more as a fan.
Yeah.
And instead of just sitting there and just like thinking, I could have done that camera angle slightly better, or I could have done this, or I could have said that slightly better. I'm actually more paying attention now to, you know, what they're trying to put on.
Yeah. The psychology of the matches is you know, second to none. And, you know, Cody, you know, think about it, part of my journey too. I mean, a few years ago, he was advertised at a local show to us, and I went along, and that's where my journey really started. You know, I went along to a show with Cody Rhodes on, and you know, and then, you know, my kind of journey into the business started from that, really.
I mean, yeah,
but yeah, you know,
getting to work with that guy was great. It was definitely experience, something I'll never forget, something I'll probably never do again.
Yeah. You know, that's what
at that caliber, I don't feel that I reckon I'll get that close, that personal with someone that now, you know, such like, you know, such a big name and such a
Yeah.
success in everything that he's done. I don't think I'll ever get close to or working with someone as close to. Not at the moment, anyway.
Yeah, that star quality just kind of shone through. I mean, we kind of come into contact with a few big names, haven't we? And you know, it's like our man Jason says, that professionalism of somebody. You know, that reputation of actually being a decent human being. You know, goes a long way, doesn't it? You know,
Yes.
and for somebody to actually take the time and speak to you on a one-to-one level and shake your hand, and you know, that goes a lot in my book. You know what I mean? That's where you get the recommendations for more work, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
But absolutely, the guy is pure class in and outside of the ring. You know, so.
Yeah, that I believe that that's what's brought me back as a fan, because other than that, I don't, you know, there is not much more else. I mean, I slowly trying to catch back up with my sports again. So I've been watching the NFL this year as
Oh
well.
yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching the NFL for years and years and years, and then just last couple of years, kind of fell out of it. Probably again, just due to life, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I
mean,
mean, there is so much stuff out there, isn't there? You know, it's actually your time is precious, isn't it? And you know, sitting down to watch something.
the independent wrestling was taking over so much; it was leaving me not much time to be able to catch up with any other sports that I'm normally into, and I'm normally into things like basketball, things like hockey, things like NFL. I'm such a big fan of all that. So I've been trying to catch up with that this year, but it's been picking. You know, it's just been bits here and there when I've had the chance.
Yeah.
You know, to be able to catch up. But I'm going to sit down and watch the Super Bowl this year, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That would be an all-nighter, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be the same for WrestleMania, whatever they decide to do with WrestleMania this year.
Yeah. Grab the popcorn.
That's if my son allows me to watch it. Allows me to watch it without him. But yeah. I mean, the only other things I've been catching up with, the only other one thing that I've really caught up with that I fell in love with through 2020 was Mandalorian, and that's about it, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
fell
I've just
in love
watched
with
a few Netflix. What is that anyway, Carl? Tell me about it.
That was Star Wars. So that was Star Wars. That was the Mandalorian story. That was the story of the bounty hunters. Is absolutely amazing. Now, I mean, and everybody else is raving about it as well. But I need to start watching Cobra Kai.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Everybody raves on about it, and I think, right, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna try and watch it. Now it's on season 3. I'm like, right, okay, I really need to start watching this now. I still haven't got around to watching it yet, so I'm hoping that I'll get around to watching it. But I started watching WandaVision as well the other day.
One Vision, sorry. One Vision, what?
Yeah, WandaVision on Disney Plus. It was interesting. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Lovely.
Yeah, it was good. So there's a lot of good stuff that's coming out for this year. So I mean, let's hope that this year can be the year of just being a bit more positive in everything else, and just trying to bring things to light in a slower way, and not just thinking, right, okay, right, well, we're gonna book this show, in April or May, or we're gonna be having fans back into stadiums for football games and whatever by by the beginning of the new season of this year, which I still don't think will happen.
Yeah, no, it's.
Now, I don't know if you was aware, but I watched when Weymouth was on TV a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
And I've forgotten who they were playing as well, but they lost anyway. But it was in an FA Cup match, and we had fans in the ground,
Oh, right.
And it was the first time that we'd had fans back in the ground, and I think we were one of the first games as well to have fans back in the ground on TV. And then
Yeah.
having a streaker as per usual, you know, because it is way more
Ah,
usual,
yeah.
which kind of ruined it. But I don't see that progressing anytime this year.
No. No, I mean, it's just, to tell people in a crowd to kind of distance themselves and to, to not sing and to, all these other things I've heard about, the big crowds and the rules that they'll have to have on, on sporting events, on theatres, on music events, because I had tickets for Glastonbury.
Yes,
and,
you did. Didn't
that
you?
was cancelled. And, I was kind of, I'm holding on to find out what will happen about it next year. I don't think it'll be on next year just because of the risk. It's just, it is crazy how the whole world has been tipped upside down, and we have to stay safe, and we have to follow these these rules that are being imposed on us, no matter how we like them or not. It's
Yeah.
it's for other people.
I mean, as the UK, I mean, we are much different compared to the rest of the world. It's like I was watching Monday Night Raw earlier, and they were advertising the next 3 years of WrestleMania. So they're saying that
Wow.
WrestleMania in April will be where it was supposed to be last year, which is in Tampa Bay, Florida. And then it's in Texas next year, and then in Hollywood the year after that. But okay, planning for next year is one thing, and the year after that is one thing. But for this year, to turn around and say that you're going to be putting on the biggest show of the Immortals that holds up to over 80,000 people, you telling me that's going to happen on April the 11th or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Whatever
It's
it is.
bold, isn't it?
Holiday.
It's optimistic, and it's it's brassy, but that's maybe the difference between the US and us, isn't it? We're a bit more pragmatic and a bit more
it's different in different
careful.
states.
Yeah.
It's different. Yeah, I think it's the 11th. Yeah, the 11th of April, I think it's on. But I believe it's different in different states. So I believe it's. I mean, take AEW for instance. They have fans. They have fans in the rafters in the cheap seats.
Yeah.
In the cheap seats, where Impact don't have any fans because they're in a studio. And WWE have their virtual fans. But they still don't have anybody else in the building. So it makes you think, and I can't think where the Thunderdome is, the WWE Thunderdome. Obviously, AEW is based in Jacksonville. So Jacksonville seemed to be, seemed to be okay then, I suppose. It must be different all over the world.
Yeah.
It just must be us.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a thing as well about New Zealand. New Zealand's, closed down their borders at the beginning of all this last year, and they're cracking on. They're having music festivals and all sorts of stuff. They're open for business over there now. So
yeah,
it's all it's all the way it's been handled, I think, in different parts of the world. But it's we all want something to look forward to, don't we? We all want to get back into those events and be around our people and cheer for who we want to cheer for and boo who we don't like and all the rest of it, don't we?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. I don't know about this country so much.
Well, we're going to get political. I think a few people might switch off, Carl. Let's keep it light.
Hey, I can't get into politics, mate. I can't argue politics too much, but I mean, what I can say is that everybody just needs to just do what we're all meant to be doing and just do what you're supposed to do
Yeah,
and
yeah,
keep it within reason, and we'll all soon get out of it. You got to think
yeah,
of it. You got to
yeah,
think of
yeah,
it like a modern
yeah.
day plague, haven't you?
You know, yeah, and I've had my first vaccine, so you know, I've been lucky enough to have been near the front of the queue for that, and we'll kind of see what's happening with the rest of the country and whether these promises of the vaccine being rolled out for everyone, you know, soonish will happen. You know, I hope it does. I hope everyone gets the opportunity to get vaccinated, and we can, yeah, get back to some kind of normality.
Without trying to sound like I'm a miserable bastard, but mate, I'm like one of the last people on the list. I'm like 35 years old. Nothing major wrong with me. I'd be like one of the last people to get that, unless I felt really ill.
Wow.
Unless I felt really.
Yeah.
It's not me being bitter or anything, because it doesn't bother me too much. You know what I mean? But yeah, with someone like me, I mean, I'm 35 years old. That's what middle age they class at, do they? I don't know.
Come back in 7 years, Carl, and I'll tell you about middle age.
Dear.
Even my nose hair is going great.
Hey, now I tell you what. Now that is a subject, you know, that I suppose we can get on to. 2020 brought me the grey hairs.
Yes, that you got to accept it, mate. You got to go with it. You know, all you can do is either shave your hair short or get the dye out. You know,
mate, it's all in the beard. It's not in my hair. Like, you know,
yeah.
it's not in my hair. It's all in my beard. I was absolutely shocked. I was freaking devastated, mate, when I saw
That's what kids will do to you, Carl. I never had no grey
Hey,
hairs.
who
before
said
I
it
had
was
my-
them? Who said it
Yeah.
was them? And I just blame 2020 myself.
Yeah,
But, yeah, it seems to be getting worse as well. So maybe if we do ever get out into the public again, by the time we do get out into the public again, I will probably have some silver streaks going in my beard, more than likely.
whiskers.
No, streaks, as in like they'll go under
Yeah.
the chin, because that's the way they seem to be going.
Yeah, I get them more
Like,
down
they're
the
not just growing;
sideburns.
they're growing with
Yeah.
style.
Ah, nice. Because you're a very stylish dude, I've got to say. You
I
know,
am, yeah,
the
thanks.
purple and grey, that'll be the look.
Just like one of those things that 2020's brought me this year.
Yeah. Well, I lost some weight and I found it again. You know, that's I think that's the way it's gone for some people. Yeah, you know, lost 5 pounds and found it down the back of the sofa. You know the story. Yeah. Just another bit of chocolate, Carl. You know, it won't hurt.
I don't know. I don't eat too much of it myself.
No, because you're skinny rake. You know, it takes. you know, you're the little to my large. You know, the Laurel to my Hardy.
Well, you know, we have to be a team in some sort of form.
Yeah. You know, and I don't know, the original tag team, really, isn't it, Carl? We've been rolling for a few years up and down the road, haven't we?
It's been a few years now. What? It's been since 2018.
Is this 18 or 17? I thought it was more 17.
No, 18, because 18 was the year that I debuted UPW's Friday Night Wrestling on YouTube, which became a huge hit through the summer of 2018. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 2018. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Just like that, you know, just like that, up and down the road, and those 2 years have flown by.
Yeah. Yeah, because you did 4th anniversary, didn't you? That was 2019, and that was
Mm.
when it was starting to. We were starting to build it back up again to go back on demand,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and that was when we went with the 3-man booth.
Yeah, that was fun times, wasn't it, with Connor?
Yeah, Mr. Strong.
Mr. Grumpy.
Strong, the milkman.
Yeah. Mr. Calcium.
Yeah, but it's been. I mean, even if you can count last year. I mean, we did a lot of Unit 10 last year, so we still worked together. We still did a couple of shows at the beginning of last year as well, didn't we? So we did do something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm missing it just like everyone else. It's maybe not the setting up like you talk about, but we have a good laugh on the road trips, don't we? And we have a bit of banter, don't we?
Yeah.
And then then the show's just as exciting for us as it is for everyone else. I think
Mm-hmm.
I think if if the talent get us drawn into a match, the amount of matches that we get up and down the road to see, then they're doing something special, aren't they?
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, it'll all fall back into place again. So, let's all just, push towards it.
Keep match fit.
And
keep match fit, isn't it? And that's the advantage. The Unit 10 and the Reach guys have kind of got. They've been ticking over. They've kept that ring rust at bay, haven't they? By the performances, of the academy guys and some of the main roster guys that have been coming in, lending their experience to the shows.
Well, I mean, that goes for anybody. That goes
Yeah.
for anybody. It's in any kind of sport, any kind of entertainment. You just need to keep on top of it. You need to keep on top of it in some kind of way, some kind of form. There are ways of doing, of trying to keep on top of things while we're in this lock.
Yeah. Because practice breeds confidence, doesn't it? For us when we kind of it can. I can have a little bit of anxiety as well, and just being out of this, and then being out of this for a little while, it makes me think, I really can't wait until we've got that adrenaline of the live crowd and the shows. But like we spoke about, we'll just have to wait and see, won't we?
Yeah, I'm sure we'll wait and see, and we'll see who comes back and who doesn't come back. Because potentially as well, there's going to be a lot that doesn't return.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention any names or anything, just in case, I don't want to get myself into trouble or anything, cause any argument. But yes, I'm sure there's a lot out there that probably won't return.
Yeah. But that's just more opportunities for other people, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
More spots for the younger guys and girls, the academy girls and guys that have been keeping up their training and getting the exposure, on the Unit 10, that, other promotions will have a look at what we're doing, and they'll get snapped up, wouldn't they?
Yeah, and
they'll get contracts.
I mean, and don't forget that. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say now. Yeah, so I mean, like I said, I can't. There's a few that I can't see coming back. I've got it. I remember now. I mean, like I said, after the Speak Out movement, it's changed a lot as well. It's put a lot of names out there that have been, that have been caught out or what have you, and have now disappeared and what have you. These things now open doors, and give more opportunities for people, other guys, but it closes a few doors as well. Bad reputation. You're also losing a few opportunities at the same time.
Yeah, the landscape will definitely be different when when we get back. But it's if these people if these people are are guilty of this stuff, then it's about having a look at themselves and what kind of human being you are, because the clues in the title, professional wrestling, professional in your behavior and the way you conduct yourself, innit?
Yeah, that's right.
And people have maybe took advantage of the situations, in the training schools and on the shows. We're both male and female talent. It's been pretty hard and pretty horrible to kind of hear this sort of stuff from about certain people backstage, and it makes you wonder who could do such things, and is it just gossip? But I wouldn't be surprised, like you spoke about, if some people don't return, because of this, because of the reputation that they might have gained, but we'll have to see, innit?
I mean, I've never seen anything myself, but then again, it's very rarely I'm in the locker room anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm in, or in any type of area or environment with the guys backstage at all.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I can only talk from my own experience of playing rugby for quite a few years. Of when lads get together and that kind of laddish banter starts, sometimes it can be inappropriate. And if ladies are there and stuff is said or things are spoken out of turn, then it's not a very nice experience. I could guess, really, for maybe some of our lady wrestlers or even men wrestlers. If people are making propositions or putting people in these kind of difficult situations, it can't be nice to have to live with that stuff and keep quiet about it, worried about if you're going to get a job or if there's going to be opportunities if you do speak out. But once one person's done it, now it's opened the doors, and it's good, it's healthy that this stuff is being spoken about.
yeah, I agree. So we have one question. I have one question.
One question, Carlos.
One flipping question.
Yeah.
PJ Jones. So
winner!
who was your favourite Reach wrestler, and why is it PJ Jones? Well, why is he answering the question with a answer?
Because he's just the man just turns it up a notch, doesn't he? All the time we've interacted at shows. The guy is sound as a pound. He's a really nice fella. But come showtime, he can be that character. He can really convince you that. Well, I don't know about convincing you, but he is a winner. Let's have it right. Winning in his lifestyle and winning in his performance. Because for me, he's the modern day Johnny Saint. The moves he can kind of pull off. Some of the performances we've seen, and he's kind of, he's the benchmark from what I've seen. The shows that we kind of, we've done commentary for. He's been the benchmark. He's been the tester. That if you can have it with PJ Jones, then you'll get a return shot. If you can hold your own with PJ Jones, then you could be a winner too.
It's like with a few debuts that come in and they think, right, okay, we've got this debut. Who could? I mean, and he has got to be at the top of the list there, hasn't he? Really, of the choice.
Yeah.
He would stick up against somebody that was coming into Reach Wrestling as a new. Yeah.
I mean, maybe you're hinting at that match with Niwa. I mean, that was outstanding, wasn't it?
Rocky Mack.
Yeah, outstanding.
He's had a few debuts, but the one match that does stick out with him. I mean, there's two of them, and both of them were in the jail. And the first one was with Eddie Ryan in the jail, and the second one was with Nikki in the second jail, which was just
wow.
It's like, and he
I mean, the view that we had of it as well.
Yeah.
The view that we had of that match, and we could kind of see maybe things that the crowd, can't quite see, and the commentator's eye. so to speak. We can see how hard they're working. And PJ just makes it look so effortless because he's such a pro and he's got that experience to kind of, make somebody shine. And the stuff that he does is just, it leaves your mouth open that, wow, how has he done that? The agility, the acrobatics, the selling, it's just, like you said, those matches just a top quality, top quality. And that's, that's why he's one of my favorites.
Well, I'm going to answer his question with, an actual answer. And you might be a little surprised, actually, who I might actually say here.
Yeah?
Yeah. See, for me, the one that stands out the most in Reach Wrestling, the one that really stands out to me, and when I know that he's going to be on that card, and when I know he's going to be in a match, I get pretty excited about it, and I think, I know it's going to be a good one, and I know it's going to be a great one for commentary, and that is Country Big. Good old Josh Knott.
Absolutely.
I see him as the measuring stick. I see him as the guy as, okay, if in doubt, you've got, it's Josh Knott at the end. If in doubt, know, he is always there. He is always going to be there to be the one that's going to pick it up as well when it needs to be picked up.
Oh, he can go through the gears. I mean, he can do it all. The one thing I'd kind of say about Josh Knott is consistency. Mm-hmm. He's been on nearly every show, and I haven't seen a bad match either. He can up the gear. He can sell. He can get up on that top rope, and I've seen him land on that apron. And I think the guys around him that were working that match went, "Oh, are you all right, Josh?" And it's like if he's selling that well to other guys he's working with. And to us, we were kind of a little bit concerned of, that looked like a bad landing. Mm-hmm. Then the guy's golden, like you're saying, he's top of the pile when it comes to consistency. When it comes to, you can put anyone in there to work with him, and he'll make them look $100 or $100,000 even.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how could you not? How could you not love it? Pig squealing, chicken dealing. That's the one, wasn't it? The little combo I come up with at Homecoming in Tavi.
So as a close, what do you think for potential guests on here? Who do you think?
I'll tell you who's really shone for me at Unit 10, who's come in. And really, I love his style. I love the way he works. He's Max Wilson.
Okay, yeah.
He's class. Yeah. He's got the old traditional kind of World of Sport style about him. He's come in with that kind of. We're not arrogant because he's good enough to be shining and to be, main event. When we're back to proper shows, I'd really like to know a little bit about him and about his journey over to Canada and his training and, his kind of experience in wrestling, because he's really shone out for me as well. Pick of the mix of somebody who's really, really classy in his presentation and just the technical aspects of his wrestling, And of course, his pal, the one and only Danny Boy Johnson. I think he's a very interesting character.
Danny Boy Johnson. Man from Swilly. Master of the headlock.
Let's have it right. He's definitely got a couple of attributes that kind of hit you in the eye,
But all the guys and girls that work there have been phenomenal and have done an amazing job all the way through 2020. And we'll progress on into 2021 with, high hopes and sky's the limit, really.
Definitely.
You got to think of this now as a blank canvas. They've not started again, but they've started something. Recreated,
new.
And it's a lot of it is based around the Reach Academy. Like I said, you can watch this on YouTube. It's on most Fridays at 7 p.m. You've got 14 episodes there that you can go back and watch
Oh,
at any time. There is some amazing matches on there. You need to go back and watch those. And don't forget that coming this Friday, we're going to be doing 60 Minutes with and 60 Minutes with PJ Jones, which we were talking about a little bit earlier. I have no idea what this is going to be like. I'm going to be on there with Jason King and PJ Jones. I might as well get out as much as I can talk right now because I'm not going to be able to do that tomorrow night.
yeah, you'll have to strap in, Carl. You're
I
in
might
for
as well
for a hell
just
of a
sit
ride.
here and flip and listen.
I mean, yeah, you got PJ and Jason. You know, yes, find a comfy seat.
Yeah, well, I've got a comfy seat. It's just, whether if I'll get a word in edgewise, I do not know.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, probably not. But next week, let's talk about next week. Next week, we could talk about a bit of agenda. We could put on, let's talk about the whole world of sports. Talk about the whole 80s and 90s that brought us into professional wrestling.
Yeah, that's you know, my upbringing was early 80s and early WWF. You know, I remember WrestleMania 1 and 2. You know, we could look at that, look at the classics.
Yeah, and I think we will. I think that's what we'll look to next week. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next